Rupi Production Television Network, le carrefour des informations et de la promotion.
Not only care but compassion, hope, and comfort, much like angels. Imagine there you are, lying in a bed, a hospital bed, feeling lonely, overwhelmed, scared, apprehensive, and in walks a nurse into your room who offers you not only care but compassion. The nurse's role today is not only to treat you physically, but also to help you heal emotionally and act as a patient advocate when the burden seems too heavy. Nursing is not a job, it's a calling. It requires us to make many sacrifices, such as working long hours, many times, without enough staff, without enough resources. Just like angels who are revered as symbols of guidance, healing, protection, and peace, nurses also share those characteristics. They dedicate their lives to ensuring the well-being of others. At Sunrise School of Nursing, we prepare our students to embody those angelic characteristics. Not only are our graduates armed with the knowledge to begin providing care as a novice nurse, but to be compassionate and caring to all patients. We challenge and support our students to be the best that they can be. Their success is evident in our 2024 NCLEX RN passing rate of 87.5%. And by the way, that's first-time test takers. If we were to factor in the second-time test takers, it's 91%. We are very proud of that, and we work diligently to make sure we maintain and even strive, hopefully by the end of this year, to get in the 90% range. This passing rate is higher than that of our local community colleges and state universities. With very little resource, I can tell you. So it really requires the dedication of all our staff, our instructors, and to make this machine keep moving. Okay, and it's not easy sometimes. At times we feel a little discouraged, but when we hear a student call us and say, I just passed my boards, we just wipe the dirt off our butts and we just keep moving. Okay, we don't let it get us down. With the help of our tremendously knowledgeable and experienced faculty and the support of our staff, as I said, our wish is to be in the 90% range by the end of this year. Sunrise School of Nursing is on its way to obtain both institutional and programmatic accreditation within the next 6 months. However, graduates, remember that no matter the effort we put forth as a school, as instructors, as staff, we cannot accomplish those goals, guys, if you don't do your part. We are in this journey together. At Sunrise School of Nursing, DEI is not a dirty acronym. What represents the keys to our success as a nurse. As you look at our graduates, what do you see? You see a kaleidoscope of what America is, okay? We represent all corners of this earth. The letter D to us in DEI does not mean just diversity. Actually, we say D's because they represent the 3 pillars to success: discipline, determination, and dedication. The letter E in DEI embodies the main characteristic of a nurse, that of empathy. I represents innovation, which calls upon every one of our graduates to be creative and constantly reinvent themselves to be the best that they can be. As we reflect on the importance of nurses to our healthcare system, let us not just celebrate their contributions today at this ceremony, but every day. Graduates, our wish for you here at Sunrise School of Nursing is that you continue to work hard to obtain the ultimate prize, which is passing of your NCLEX RN licensure exam. And we know you can do it. You are armed with with the knowledge and experience that you need to make it happen. Now it's upon you to dedicate yourself to study hard, be focused, be disciplined, and stay the course. And we wish for you to continue pursuing your advanced nursing education, just like our pinning candle lighting ceremony keynote speaker, Ms. Manley referred to. We also learned today that we have another graduate who just finished her bachelor's degree last week. So our graduates are moving on. They're moving along. We're very proud of them. So graduates, we wish you the best. And may your guardian angel, along with your efforts, help you get over the finish line and of being a great nurse. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for this warm introduction, and I'm very proud to be part of this fantastic institution, which is one of the most prestigious and most credible nursing schools in the state of Florida, soon to be the United States. I'd like you to make some noise for the School of Nursing. I apologize to the graduates because you're looking at my back. Because I would like to address it. Okay. Dear graduates, today you are graduating from one of these best schools in Florida. And congratulations to all of you. Congratulations always go to the families and family members who support you, because the credit goes to them as well. Now you are nurses. Is that right? You are nurses, right? Okay. Are they nurses? Yes. Okay, all right. You are officially healthcare professionals. As of today, or the ones that have graduated last year, you are healthcare professionals. Now we're going to discuss that quickly. There's not just words or titles. That's not what it is, more than that. Besides your academic accomplishments and training, being a nurse comes with your understanding personally, and your understanding of the mission which clearly dictates that you must ensure and provide quality care to the patient. Such care, whether in hospitals or in doctor's office, must be delivered through team collaboration with the doctors and other healthcare professionals. This is very serious. Now you have a job that's very challenging these days because you are in between the official healthcare providers and the patients. Now you are here, I'm going to share with you some statistics that shows that without you guys, a lot of people would have lost their lives. You know why? Because they go through a routine process. You, with your integrity, with your passion for healthcare, patient care, you always ensure that the service is delivered with passion, with compassion, and definitely with your personal integrity, and also to the field of healthcare, which is nursing for you. So now, like I said before, in this message, I will share with you some statistics worth knowing. For decades, healthcare performance evaluations have revealed that nurses in their general role, either as doctors, associates, or direct patient care in hospitals, have contributed to treatment improvement, even life-saving, because of their humanistic relationship with their patients. Again, congratulations. Now this is a challenging job that you're getting. This is not just a title of our hand. This is more than that. Okay, this is a responsibility. Okay? The doctor will say something, you must assist the doctor. That's the job. But at the same time, what the patient needs before receiving the care is the encouragement, the reduction of the patient anxiety. That's your job. In addition to following doctor's orders and what else you have to do. So So again, congratulations and take your job seriously. Thank you very much.
Thank you and good evening. I'm up here to introduce a dynamic Senator Dr. Oscar. But before I do that, I wanted to address the graduates because before I became a DON at the school, I was a clinical instructor. So all of these students came through me bedside teaching them. And I have to say to you guys, without falling off the stage, how proud I am of all of you. I've gotten text messages from some of them in between. You know, their semesters I've kept in touch even when they were not here, and I'm so happy to be standing here with you. And I knew you guys would do it. And we've had personal conversations, so congratulations to every single one of you. Okay, back to business. I'm here to introduce Senator Dr. Rosalind Osgood. She is a Florida State Senator, author, and national speaker with over 2 decades of leadership in public service, nonprofit management, and faith-based initiatives. She's a champion for diversity, equity, and inclusion, emotional intelligence, resilience, and political determinants of health. Dr. Osgood holds a doctorate and master's in public administration and a master's of divinity, and she's a former chair of the Broward County School Board, where she led them through COVID-19 crisis. She's authored 3 books, including a children's title on youth advocacy, and remains deeply engaged in community organizations like Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the Links and the ACP, and My Sister in the Broward County Radiance Chapter, Top Ladies of Distinction. Through her work in policy, ministry, and education, Dr. Osgood is committed to empowering communities and creating lasting systemic change. We are blessed and highly favored that she has graciously accepted to come to be our keynote speaker because I only reached out to her last week and she came. So she says that's what sisterhood is about. So please help me in welcoming Senator Dr. Rosalind Osgood.
The sacred calling of nursing. Nurses walk through halls with sleepless eyes, with hearts wide open, spirits wise. Nurses face the storms that find the light. They stand for hope in the darkness of night. Each lesson learned, each tear they cry. It prepares them for now to stand with pride. With healing in their hands and love within their hearts, they rise to serve the world, to mend the broken hearts. Not just to do a job, it is who they have chosen to be. A voice for the voiceless, a light for those in need. They are the ones who answer when life calls. With healing in their hands, they give their all. Today, the graduating class of nurses deserve our celebration. The board of the chair asked you all, and you responded just a little. But before I get into this message, I need your help. I need you to help me celebrate these nurses that are here today. Can we clap our hands? Can we pat our feet? Can we make some noise? Can we stand to our feet? Can we celebrate their hard work and their accomplishments in this house today? Can we celebrate their work today? Can we celebrate their sacrifice today? Can we celebrate their grit and grind today? Let me hear you say thank you for indulging me. I'm a millennial born in the wrong generation, so I need a little energy. And my super drink wasn't getting it, so I needed you to help me out in this moment. Thank you so much for allowing me and honoring me to be a part of this service today. You see, nursing is a very sacred call. And today we not only celebrate what they have studied, it is a recognition of who they are becoming. We honor their hearts, we honor their hands, and we honor their hope. Because let's be clear, as us young folk would say, don't get it twisted. Nurses just don't treat illnesses, they literally save lives. And it could be my life, or it could be your life. They don't just give medication. Some of us don't act right when we go in a space to get nurses care. So nurses have to also give mercy as they work from day to day. They don't just read charts. When you think about the work they do, the care that's given to their hands, sometimes having to assist sick people in a very difficult and personal situation as they're taking them to the bathroom and helping them with other very personal things, they have to restore dignity. So all of these amazing individuals today entered nursing school, I believe, full of curiosity and compassion. And now they leave calm, competent, but with a greater conviction to do the work. You see, for me, nursing is sacred. It's more than just a promise. It's more than just a profession. I have my fields of study in public administration. So it's a very ambiguous field. So you have healthcare, education, you have it all over the board. I'm also a state senator in the great state of Florida that's supposed to be the free state. Now, I'm not feeling free right now, y'all, with what's happening in Florida. I just want to be clear about that. I don't feel free at all when I see what's happening in multiple dimensions, but I got to get out of here, so I'm going to leave that alone tonight. But this work is a promise, a commitment that these individuals have made to show up when it's messy, to stay when it's hard, to serve when it's inconvenient. I think about the COVID pandemic where our healthcare professionals were on the front line day in and day out, putting their lives on the line. If you had sick relatives that were in the hospital, you were not allowed to go in. But the healthcare professionals had to continue to show up for work every day. So this is a profession where I believe science meets the soul. We come with knowledge, but we come as human beings. There's a science, but there's a soul. There's a spirit to this work. And we have to remember that as we serve in various disciplines, that we are still human. So I'm convinced that it's a sacred work. It's a soul's work. It is a quiet, holy task of being there. For the first breath, for the last breath sometimes, and for every uncertain moment in between. When Jessie read you my fabulous bio, what she did not tell you is that 35 years ago, I lived homeless on the street battling with addiction. I'm one of those people that live with substance use disorder disease. The only disease that's criminalized and stigmatized on a whole nother level. When people like me go into a medical facility, if I'm not clean for 5 days, I'm going to give these nurses the business. First of all, I'm probably not going to even know where I'm at because I'm under the influence of whatever substance I've been using. It's going to be their job to treat me, to help me calm down, to help me get to a place where they can take care of me medically. And now, you know, some of us, dark-skinned, brown-skinned folk, we don't always act right when we go to the hospital or go for health care, because we have our attitude and we want things done. It's strange, you know, I never go to the dentist and tell the dentist how to pull my teeth. But we'll go to a doctor or a hospital and we want to tell the nurses what to do when we really don't know what they should be doing, but I'm going to leave that alone. Nursing is one of the few professions where knowledge and humanity must coexist fully. It demands precision of science and I believe a depth of the soul. Not one or the other, but both constantly and equally. So science gives nurses the power to understand and intervene. It's the evidence-based practice. It's knowing how to give the medication, how to read the EKG, or how to recognize early signs that those are not trained won't recognize. But I want to argue today that the science alone is not enough. Because people are not just bodies. They are stories, they are fears, they are families, and they have fragile hope. I remember in 2005 when I got diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, cancer in my throat. This was one of the darkest times of my life. I was clean and sober, I was living for God, I was preaching the gospel, and I get diagnosed with cancer in my throat. If I can't talk, I can't do what I do. It was also a time when my husband of 18 years divorced me. You know, the church people weren't quite honest with me when they told me that the church would make my life better. They didn't tell me that I had to stop wearing my Daisy Dukes and my halter tops. So my husband wanted somebody that could still rock those Daisy Dukes and halter tops that was a little younger. So he got rid of me. And my grandmother died. My number one fan, my biggest supporter. And it was one of the worst times in my life. But it was that nurse when I had to show up for chemo 3 times a week that would encourage me, that would tell me I'm going to get through it, that would tell me I've been doing this a long time. It's people that have been worse, that would look me straight in my face and say, you are a part of the solution. You can either be busy dying or you could be busy living. So from somebody like me, when you tell me something, a challenge like that, I'm going to take you on. I said, I'm going to live just to show up at chemo, to show this nurse that I ain't going to be busy dying. And then I thought, I got to live, because I couldn't imagine my husband divorcing me, being with his new woman, and thinking that I was so crazy about him that I actually died because he was using me, right? Something had to give. But the soul is a very important part of this. And I believe it's the soul, it's the spirit of the nurse that allows a nurse to sit with somebody like me at a dark time in my life and see me beyond the situation that I'm in. Somebody that creates a non-threatening environment that I can honestly share what I'm feeling and I'm going through. A nurse that might not be trained in counseling, but a nurse who has a spirit, a soul for people, and is willing to engage in any kind of way so that the person could get better. A nurse that comforts and fixes things. A nurse that kind of helps you carry your pain. That is a heavy load when we think about what nurses have to do. So as we think about the union of the sharp thinking nurse and the presence of the soul, I think that it is why we should all make sure that we appreciate not only these nurses, but all nurses. It is a very serious calling. It is them that spend hours in hospitals and homes and clinics and communities, a lot of times with strangers, but their spirit, their soul, keeps them showing up to do the job that they signed up to be. So to you nurses, I want to say to you that your presence is powerful as any prescription that a doctor may write. Your words can calm, your touch can comfort, and your being can heal. And as you move forward, I want to ask you today to carry these 3 truths with you all the time. Continue to be competent, be sharp in your skills, soft in your spirit, and strong in your stance. Let what you know guide what you feel, and let both let what you feel both direct you as to what to do. Don't just continue to be competent, but continue to be present. Be fully present, especially when you get that young boy or that young girl that comes in to see you, and they might have been using drugs for the last 21 days, and they can't even tell you their name. Look beyond what you see with your physical eye, and see how you can make a difference and help them get back on the path which God created them to be. And finally, be a servant. Serve without ego. We don't always have to one-up each other. You see, God has made this about us, not about I and mine. You know the story. When God created Adam, he said he could not be alone. He declared community. So he reached into his womb, his rib, I call it by divine anesthesiology, and he began to pull out that rib and think about all of these amazing women, and he began to cut it and shape it in this, other music that I listen to. They say, some say that it was 36, 24, 36, others that said it was a bad mamma jamma. Beyonce just said it was fine, 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 but he put a woman on his mind, and magic happened, because it was his intent for us to be in community. It's about us working together. So we serve without ego. We stand with strength even when we're tired. It's something about a soul that's been called to service, that even when you're tired, there's a supernatural power that allows you to show up and do the work. Let your spirit shine, especially when there's a shadow. A lot of times you're going to encounter people that are literally in the shadows of death. And you're going to have to move them. You're either going to have to help them transition on or help them go a different direction in life. But it is your responsibility. The world needs your words, your want, and your will. And in closing, I want to remind us all today, as I say congratulations to you again. Nurses are not just caregivers. They are the calm in chaos. They are the light when we have great losses. They are our strength in suffering. They carry both science to heal and the soul to kill. God bless you. God bless America.
Next year too. Well, we have come to the moment that I'm pretty sure you all are expecting. But I have to say, I am so proud of all of you and so happy to see you all that I almost, confession number 2, I almost started thinking about that nursing thing again. But it's never too late. Almost! So, this is the time for the awarding of the degrees. So, Christian Bugaonon, Patricia Burgos, Bernicia Cancia, Sabrina Charlot, Jovan Clerget, Paul Devesin, Ginette Faison, Annalyn Fontanilla, Annalyn Fontanilla, and Caroline Gilmore, Arminda Gill, Mahbube Golaga, Irena Hansen, Avinash Kaur, Maninder Kaur, Sangeeta Kumari, Maliaka Lindsay, Majin Luisa, Magda Lucas, Cecilia Marquez, Eugenie and Zaju, Tanka Kombo, Gladys Portillo, Jocelyn Ramirez, Abdullah Steven, Ashmita Taman, Ahmad Twinto, Last but not least, Danielle. Why did you do that? They're all getting out young. Well, congratulations. Along this journey, it's been a difficult one. It's challenging. Our students have to work very hard. As you heard Manander say, students complain my exams are too hard. And the reason is because I want to challenge them. I want them to be the best that they can be, so that when they go to take their NCLEX exam, they are over-prepared. And it's a breeze. Students come back and they tell me, man, that was easy. And I said, it was easy because you were prepared. And so, we know that they all work very hard. But sometimes you have one or two students that really, really stands out, and we want to recognize that person, those individuals, I should say. For class of 2024, we would like to present the Outstanding Student Achievement Award to Ms. Maninder Kao, who achieved a GPA of 3.86% over 4. And for the class of 2025, we would like to recognize Gladys Portilla, who achieved a GPA of 3.85 over 4.0. This person is not a student. He's a member of a board of directors. My husband calls him my second husband because every morning he gives me a phone call. 8:30 in the morning, I get the call with some report about students or some ideas about how we can make the school better. And this really means a lot to me because in a world of what we hear on TV is anger, hatred, for those that look different than us, that come from different places, and all we hear is this negativism. To the point that, to be honest with you, I don't even want to watch TV anymore. Okay? But my relationship with this board member has proven to me that the world is not as complicated as we make it. We come from different places, we look differently, we may even have different political beliefs. But guess what? Mutual respect, mutual admiration, caring, loving, that has no bounds. And this person has shown all of that. So I would like to welcome to the stage Kenneth Hancock to receive the Incredible Person Award from Sunlight School of Nursing. Let me tell you, Ken just celebrated his 90th birthday. And he has more energy than I do because I can't get up at 8 o'clock every morning. So I wanted to tell you, Ken, that we really appreciate you. He lives all the way up in Port St. Lucie. He drives down to do seminars for a student. That's an hour-and-a-half drive with his wife Marge, who's sitting in the audience. Just a little bit of background on Ken. Ken has served the medical community for over 40 years as a mechanical engineer for some of the most cutting-edge medical developments, including but not limited to the development and evolution of the CAT scanner machine, multiple advances in laparoscopic surgical equipment, as well as intravenous catheter designs. After graduating from Yale University some 40 plus years ago, Ken has been educating various individuals in the medical community, especially paramedics across multiple states. For a short time, Ken's love for adventure led him to work as a flight medic. Ken has authored several chapters and many texts on caring for the trauma patient. To this day, he continues his passion for teaching the new generation of caregivers to have the highest quality education and knowledge in order to render the best possible care to patients. He also continues to study the use of the hyperbaric chamber to care for difficult healing wounds. Besides his passion for teaching, he's also an ardent fisherman, if anybody wants to go fishing with him. All right?
Thank you so much, Lynn. It's been a pleasure, a privilege, and an honor to work for Sun High School of Nursing. The students are absolutely phenomenal. They come with a desire to learn, and believe me, I teach them at a doctor level. And the fact that they can do this well is a real statement to how good they really are. And everyone here should be very proud of the students here because they are really good.
Okay. Before we conclude this evening, I want to offer my special thanks, our special thanks, to our support team. My husband, who makes sure the lights are turned on, are kept turned on, gets the bills paid, gets everybody paid. I just know how to shop on Amazon, as I've said before. My son, who also works with us, he joined our team during COVID, and he's been a great asset to us. He's brought a new life to the school. Danielle Vieira, Director of Admissions. Silva Noel, our Student Services Coordinator. Delani Platt, our Administrative Assistant and Student Placement Coordinator. Jocelyn in the back there, Jocelyn Germain, Office Assistant. Kimberly Carney, who is our Executive Assistant, both for the Board of Directors of the school. And he's not here tonight, but everybody knows him as Mr. Jean. We call him Tikran, what he works here, our transportation. Give him all a great round of applause. Also, I want to give a special thanks to our general education and nursing staff faculty. As I call your name, please just stand up so we can recognize you and give you a nice round of applause. We're talking about Georgette Loretta Million. She does a phenomenal job teaching our students English 101 and speech communications. Mr. Million, her husband. Our college algebra instructor. Mr. Million, every time the students start class, all they do is complain about him. But guess what? By the end of the semester, boy, they are so comfortable with algebra. They're like, I don't know if I really like this stuff. I said, you gotta do it. Stop whining. And by the end of the semester, they're doing a great job. Erlan is not here. Stay up, standing, please. Stay standing. Erlan Perkara, she couldn't be with us tonight. Erlan is a medical doctor in Mexico. She's a physician assistant here. She teaches our nutrition and microbiology classes. Annette Tomlinson, who also could not be here tonight. Annette has been an OB nurse for 39 years. She was director of the BSN program at Miami-Dade for about 5 years, and she gave me my first job in nursing education when she was a dean at a small college here in Florida, and I'll never forgive her for that. Solange Brady, who Mrs. Adele Winston Herman. Miss Cecile Desorme, please. Yeah. Dr. Hernandez, who's not here tonight. Ariane Harris. And Claudette Dwyer, who's not here. Guys, it takes a village. I couldn't do this by myself. These are individuals or some members of our team who goes above and beyond to make sure that all students are prepared when they leave our school, not only to pass NCLEX, but to be great nurses. We don't tolerate mediocrity at Sunrise School of Nursing. Go to some other school down the street. Don't come here. If you want to be a mediocre nurse. All right? Thank you so much, guys. Again, thank you. Before we close tonight, I have 2 quotes I just want to read. To me, they mean a lot. One of them is from Melissa Gates, and it says, if you are successful today, it is because somewhere, sometime, someone gave you a life or an idea that started you in the right direction. Remember, all of you are indebted to life until you help some less fortunate person, just as you were helped to get here. Someone helped you to get here today. Okay? You have a responsibility to go out there and help others and help them. Okay? Maya Angelou also said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So remember that when you're taking care of the patient. All right? And also, Sunrise School of Nursing, we support the Breast Cancer Society. So, just a little pitch. If you are generous enough, please go on their website, any breast cancer organization, and support them. They do great work for breast cancer education, research, screening, and patient support. Please give a little bit so that they can continue the hard work. Okay? So before we process off the stage, I want to thank a moderator, my sister, my right hand, Ms. Jessie Bozell. And then our honorable keynote speaker. Why don't you shout out? Dr. Osgood. Man, when I heard her story, she uplifted me. She uplifted me, and I tell you, there's nothing that you want in this life that you can't do. She is a product of that. This was a woman who had substance abuse issues. She was homeless, and she picked herself up, went back to school, got her bachelor's degree, got her master's degree, got her doctorate degree, and now she's a Florida State Senator in Tallahassee. Representing District 32. So there's nothing in life that if you really want it, that you're not going to get. She is a product of that. Just remember her story and get yourself up. Stop whining, stop blaming others, stop making excuses, and just do it, okay? Because you can. So, before we process out, we're going to recite. So I ask all the graduates, please stand up and follow what I'm saying. International Council has request, and then process off the stage. In full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick, with all the skills and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care. Holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me and refraining from any action that might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Nursing Ethics and to uphold the integrity of the professional nurse. Woo! We did it! All right, families, you guys heard them? They said the pledge, you better hold them to it, okay? All right, thank you so much. It's dinner time. I'm sorry for the delay, but we got through it, okay? So let's go ahead and progress out.
RPTV Production Television Network, le carrefour des informations et de la promotion.